Okay, video cut off. Every time when you're getting down in the meat of things, it's always technological era, and an era that we've got AI and everything else under the sun going on. So there's just, we understand what it truly is when these little hiccups occur. Because, you know, like I said, these people have used a laptop before and shut my phone straight off. You already know the type of individuals who's got the ability to do things like this. You know? But it's just, it's so hilarious seeing the expressions in their face once they've come across an individual who their tactics really truly just don't carry any weight against. You know? And I'm saying that as bold as I can, because that's what it is. Because the Most High God made it that way. And ultimately, all these things do is just distraction tactics, you know. Because if they're operating on the frequency in which they are, you can bet your sweet bottom gluteal that obviously they done lost their soul. They done sold it for petty financial gain. I mean, Esau sold his birthright for a morsel of meat. So, hey, it is what it does every time. But yeah, so, you know, they done sold their soul. They can't get it back. They're attached to all this evil. So you already know where they're headed. Sizzleville. You know, now unless they can work it out with the Most High, you know, if they hadn't sold their soul and it's not lost for the, you know what I mean? Because in every construct there's good and evil people. But my philosophy is this: what good does it do having anyone who's good in these constructs if they're never going to come forward and add anything that's going to help? You see what I mean? So it's like you worse than the ones who have the evil tag. That makes you worse because you know better and you refuse to sit up here and do anything because you're scared of the pushback. So, you know, that's crazy. But these are the times that we're in. We're in the end times. Why you think now people have revved up how they following people around and all this? And it's like at the end of the day, prophecy they already know is unfolding. And Christ wins. Battle's already been won. The war has already been won. So why go through all this middle stuff? What do they have on their side of the spectrum which gives them this dominant feeling of victory? You know? Or are they just trying to take as many of the righteous with them as they can? You know? And even in that, it's crazy. When you really just sit and ponder on these things. And the more I ponder on these things, the more I be looking at society like, man, people are so busy trying to chase the material cares of this world. That's all they care about is the quote unquote, the shining. I'm shining on them. I got them rims. And then when you have these discussions, they so abrupt to call a person a hater or, oh, they ain't about no money. No, we're about the Most High. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's truly about. Because it's really getting ready to be a major separation between the strong, the weak, the God-fearing, and those that follow Samael, Satan. It's getting ready to be a major divide. It's getting ready to be people turning on each other like never before. In the name of, we gotta eat. We gonna eat. We gonna do this. It's about to be so many people panicked. They not gonna have faith in God. They gonna panic, and then they gonna make a fatal mistake. There's two cars up here at the stoplight. They didn't roll by me like 4 times. Normally I would get them on video and then post it on my page, but they're not even worth my time today. They're like so beneath me. Like for real. Because if that wasn't the case, this conversation wouldn't even be having to be taking place. So, you know, always remember, have no fear, because the Most High God, He's always going to work it out for you in ways that you can't even imagine. I remember there was a stretch in my life where I would always worry about things. But through everything, I always would pray, but I would always just be so worried. And to my amazement, I always witnessed how God always came through for me. And I've been through some terrible things in my life. Sometimes I'd be like, I don't even know how I'm still alive, walking, intact, mentally, physically, and spiritually. But it's because of God.